Welcome back. Well, after suffering their first loss at home this WNBL season, it's a quick turnaround for the Sydney Flames as they host Canberra Wednesday night. And one of their star imports and WNBA champion, Cayla George, joins me to chat a little bit more about it. Cayla, welcome to Fox Sports News.
Thanks for having me.
Now, I have to ask, we'll get to the season shortly, but how are you settling into life in Sydney? And, you know, I guess what was the draw for Sydney? You know, why the harbour city?
Yeah, I mean, why not? It's beautiful, right? No, I'm really enjoying being back home in Australia. The 6-7 months away in America was a great experience and lots of highs and lows, but ultimately a big high at the end, winning a giant ring that I don't have yet, but I'm excited to see next year. But yeah, Sydney so far, 2 weeks in, the traffic can get stuffed. But other than that, I'm really enjoying the group and we're building something really special.
Yeah, nice. You flew in pretty early to the season opener. You then had to get on another plane and head over to Perth. How was that adjustment? Yeah,
it was pretty wild. From Vegas to New York, back to Vegas to Cairns for a few, then Sydney, then Perth, then Mildura.
Yeah.
And then we had
all around Australia.
So yeah, me and Pearl have got a lot of frequent flyer points. But no, it's been a pretty challenging time, just putting one foot in front of the other, just trying to just give myself some grace in this time to, you know, really reflect on what I've been able to achieve and also just, you know, moving on to this season and staying focused and ready.
You are a new mum with little Pearl and she was totally embraced in Las Vegas. How are the Flames getting around her? She must love being home in Australia.
Yeah, she just has a bunch of new aunties that she's got to get to know now. But yeah, the same as the Aces girls. They've just wanted to hold her and love her up and get to know her. And as time, there we are on the stage.
From Las Vegas after taking out the champion.
Yeah, so she was just dancing on stage with Auntie Asia there a little bit. So yeah, there was like 40,000 people there at the parade. It was a pretty wild time and people screaming out, "Pearl, Pearl, can I get a photo of Pearl?" I was like, oh gosh. She's quite well known over there, but yeah, very loved and yeah, her aunties here are just excited to get to know her a bit more and hang out with her a bit more.
Yeah, definitely. A disappointing first few games this season, but you don't have long to dwell. You're back into it against Canberra. What did you make of the weekend? A bit of a, I guess, yeah, you had a game against down in Mildura and then you had the doubleheader on Sunday, back hosting Canberra. It's a pretty hectic schedule at the moment.
Yeah, it certainly is hectic, and I think coming in, as I said before, just giving myself some grace and like the team a bit of grace, just to really just like lock in and figure each other out. I've only just got here and you know, figuring out how the girls like to play, how I like to play, and just making sure we're set in our systems and you know, executing and figuring each other out. So I think that will take time. It doesn't just happen overnight, and it's a bit of a slow burn to start the season, but I'm excited to see, you know, how high our ceiling is.
Yeah, I guess on that, you know, a fairly new roster. At the end of the season, what will success look like for you, do you think? I know you're gunning for that title, but yeah, what would success be for you at the end of the
Yeah, that's a great question. Obviously, for all teams, the title is the pinnacle. I think success, if we can just really have a good crack this year and do everything we can in our control to go as far as we can, I think that will be success and ultimately building a great culture here in Sydney.
Now, you've already achieved so much with your career, you know, taking out the WNBA championship with Las Vegas. At the Flames, you've teamed up with Opal's captain, Tess Madgen, Olympic hopeful, Lauren Nicholson. You've got Guy Malloy, who was a you know, former coach. I guess, how important will that be as, you know, finding your groove and getting to know those combinations on the road to Paris?
Yeah, Tess and I have been very fortunate to know each other for over 2 decades, and so we know each other very well. And I think definitely for cohesiveness, it can be quite handy. We do have a bit of prep time next year leading into the games as well. And I've never got to play with Lauren outside of the Opals program, so I'm really excited to be playing with her this season. And we're really excited also to get Tess back on court in the coming games.
Yeah, definitely. Bronze at the World Cup at home last year. How much confidence does that give you guys after, you know, not such a successful time in Tokyo?
Yeah, so we're definitely gunning for that podium. I think it's really challenging to win a medal on an international scale. I think, you know, tournament play is really tough, and I think that, you know, going into the next Olympics, we're definitely, you know, doing everything in our power to make sure that we're right up there in the mix to win a medal, and obviously ultimately the gold, but without getting too far ahead of ourselves, just any colour would be amazing to get the Opals back on the Olympic podium where they belong.
Definitely. Would gold be a fairy tale finish for you, or do you see yourself playing for the Opals and, you know, in the WNBL for years to come?
Well, I know I act like I'm 25, but no, I am 34. We'll be 35 for the Olympics next year, but I don't like to close the door on anything, especially this early. I'll keep it all open, and what will be will be.
Yeah, certainly. Well, good luck for the rest of this season. Good luck as you guys start to begin the journey to Paris, and we'll be watching you guys closely. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Cayla.